Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. So I'm doing another reaction video, and this one is titled "Do All Muslims Think the Same?"
Believing men and believing women, same level.
No, disagree. I have in the court of law, the Quran explicitly states
I'm sorry.
2 female witnesses carry the weight of 1 male, and that's why I stood over there.
Okay. This is the first time I'm watching this, so this is the first time I'm watching this, so I don't understand what's happening.
I pray 5 times a day. 3, 2, 1.
I don't understand.
I wish I was there with you guys. Like, it's honestly, it just gets really hard. Like, it's just 5 times a day. It's like spread throughout the day. We all live like young professional lives, and it gets kind of in the way.
If I could quantify it, I'm averaging about 3 out of 5 prayers. I think I will find myself in prayer more when I'm in desperation. It's not something that's subjective. I know we should be all praying as a requirement.
I just want to say it takes a lot of guts to be honest and say that. I honestly believe that if you feel it in your heart that you have a strong relationship with God, God will have mercy on you with whatever you're dealing with. So
being on this line doesn't mean it's like a piece of cake to do the 5 daily prayers. It is a struggle, it's a challenge. I was working in a corporate environment where I could not comfortably find a space, so I'd have to go pray in the car or in the parking lot. So it is a challenge, but yeah.
Just have to. Hell no.
3, 2, 1.
No. No. Okay.
we're not allowed to cut down trees during war. We're not allowed to hurt children and mothers. We're not allowed to hurt our own prisoners. And when people associate terrorism, something so disgusting with Islam, it hurts me because ISIS targets Muslims more than they target anybody else.
And in the age of Google, there's no excuse. Like, if you don't know that Islam means peace, Islam means surrender, being a Muslim is one who submits their will to God, how is that violent? Like, at the end of the day, I feel like media is the one that has that hand and that stronghold causing folks to be that way or think that way.
I guess I literally listened to the prompts, does Islam promote violence? And I'm only speaking not from my personal perspective, but just from trying to understand how discussions about this religion can be used to defame it, to justify terrorism per se. When somebody says, and for the record, kill a non-believer, let's acknowledge that sentence. And if we're going to reach a conclusion and a solution with somebody who does think this way of us and our faith, we need to understand their argument thoroughly.
But I disagree with what you just said.
Please.
I really do, because I read the Quran every day as a practice.
And not once in 2019 have I yet gotten to a verse about violence. All of them about mercy of God, turn to God, God is with you. To me, that's an emotional connection.
Okay, I understand.
That is an emotional connection to my Creator.
Sure.
And I'm not going to allow anybody to take that away.
I'll take the statement that you
Please.
gave, kill the non-believers. At the time of the Holy Prophet, the Muslims were in danger. They were the minority, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So, but it doesn't necessarily mean that because we are in danger that whenever there's a non-believer, we kill them.
Yeah.
What non-believer refers to are like the Meccans, or like the people that were actively going against Muslims and trying to harm us and stuff.
And I wanted this healthy discourse.
Yes, and
because
I
I dwell upon that other perspective. I didn't grow up proud of those verses because I didn't understand them.
Yeah, and
but now that I do have full understanding, I know that it's important to keep not a one-dimensional perspective, but not even accept the others, but thoroughly understand it. Hijab should be mandatory. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what I stand
I have
here.
strong
But
feelings.
I just feel like it's a woman's right to cover if she wants to.
I
And
don't
to
know
tell
how
a
I
woman what to
feel.
do with her body is totally against our Islamic principles, so.
Being a guy,
I choose to cover my hair. Not everybody chooses to cover their hair.
Because people don't understand
like,
that hijab is like a concept as far as like, it's not just like the actual headscarf. Islam really promotes the idea of modesty, and that's how you get closer to God. And if you feel like having a headscarf is a way for you to get closer to God, then so be it.
100% agree with that, because it's not just a headscarf, it's your behavior, it's a personality, it's how you treat your friends and your neighbors. Yeah,
For a lot of people, the process is
build my courage, my bravery, my confidence, and then wear the scarf. For me, it was kind of reversed. I started with the scarf because I knew that I was not going to build that bravery unless I started wearing it. Because when you put it on, you start acting different. You start acting nicer, you're kinder, because now you're representing your religion, your faith.
You make me think really deep about that because I've been struggling. I wore it when I was about 15. I tried it out. But it's been a struggle because internally, I want to be a better Muslimah, that I'm going to represent to society before my outer side represents Islam.
I face discrimination for my religion.
Never, I have not.
2, 1.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
Though I'm not a traditional Muslim female, I don't wear the
Oh
scarf.
my God.
When I was younger, I'd be walking home from the masjid with my mom. She
Maybe
wears
because
the
I
hijab.
stayed in Nigeria.
This was before September 11th even happening. She would get teenagers in cars driving by, spitting on us, cursing at us. She would always say, just brush it off.
When you show that you're a Muslim in any way, people kind of like you get those glances every so often. But what happened was that after like all this like election things happened, it's funny, people who you grew up with, people who you knew your entire lives are kind of looking at you a little differently. You know, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, wait a second, like, you know me. I didn't think this would be an issue, you know?
I personally have not experienced explicit discrimination. I conveniently can shave my beard and try to compensate almost, and it's sad to admit, but I know it's not my job to create a comfort space for another person. However, I would say that if you do guys confront it explicitly, try to think of it as an opportunity to teach as opposed to reacting with emotion.
I think it also depends on what the encounter is. Like, I had a beer bottle thrown at me after 9/11. I'm not going to go confront that person and be like, hey, let's build bridges.
Right.
Like, it's not, no. But if there's someone who's got a little bit of an attitude or, you know, misconception, I'll work on that.
Women are equal to men. 3, 2, 1.
I strongly disagree. Oh, I strongly agree. Wait, what am I standing
Change
for?
mine. Wow, I had to think about it.
Like, I agree.
So the reason I said I agree and not strongly agree is that my understanding of human beings is that that women and men in general have
If it's in Islam,
different roles.
it's not the
You know,
same
men
thing.
cannot bear
Like,
children, women
I
do.
know it doesn't.
In Islam, there's no discriminatory thing. There's nothing that a man can do that a woman cannot.
Yeah.
And I don't have to prove otherwise except to cite in the Quran when Allah addresses us, believing men and believing women. Same level.
No, disagree.
I read the Quran,
verbatim.
so you can't tell me.
This in the court of law, the Quran explicitly states
I'm sorry.
2 female witnesses
can't
carry the
say
weight
that.
of 1 male. And
I'm
that's why I
sorry.
stood over there. I personally feel
Okay.
that if it were up to me, it would be 50-50. There is no discrimination on my personal bias, but
Well, why are you
again,
standing there?
I'm acknowledging that the Quran prescribes something here, right?
No. In Islam, we do get equal opportunities. Scientifically, no, we're not equal.
May I
Because
ask a question
men
to the room?
can do things physically that we can't do.
May I ask a question to the
Women
room?
can do things that men can't do. So my question would be, what aspect are we
Sure,
discussing?
if personal belief versus Islamic belief versus societal belief, that's 3 different things. If I'm saying personally, I believe women can be greater than men. I believe women have...
Islam says that.
However, if you acknowledge one thing,
Islam promotes that completely, yeah.
You can be Muslim and part of the LGBT.
No.
It's such a broad question that I'm gonna stand here just to be on the safe side.
What?
I'm a contradictory human being. I pray
Okay.
with one hand and commit sin with the other. So I'm not in a position to be able to tell somebody that they're excluded from a whole faith if perhaps their faith in God is stronger than mine.
Okay, so you can be anything and be a Muslim, but I guess the reason I'm standing here is because Islam is a lot about the progression of the human race and about what is natural and what is not. Islam doesn't necessarily support like the lifestyle of the LGBT community. However, they do support them as human beings,
Like,
and that is
I'm
something
Buddhistic,
like it's something that I've struggled with because they have my 100% love and support. I take a bullet for anybody. I don't care what their sexual orientation is.
Sure.
My best friend, he's gay, and we've had these conversations before, and
he's told me that, you know what, Husna, I love you for you. I love you for everything that we've been through together. I don't care what it is that you stand for. And that's, you know, it's really comforting to know that you don't have to support a lifestyle to support a human being, to love a human being, and to love people unconditionally.
I love what you said. Yeah. And that's why I'm here, because the prompt was, can you be LGBTQ and Muslim? And yes, you can be anything and Muslim. If we're going to get into the logistics of lifestyle practices,
I really want to learn about
the core of scripture, yes, there are different lifestyles or things that are asked for in scripture, but there's nothing that says they are not welcome in the faith. They are not welcome in our houses of worship. They cannot pray. They cannot stand beside us. They don't fast. They are people.
It's very hard, I would say, to be a Muslim and, you know, part of the community.
Oh my God.
I agree with you.
So
beautiful statement.
I am American. 3, 2, 1.
I swear I'm not trying to make this controversial, but I somewhat disagree because I'm first Afghan. Then I would say I'm American.
So I do identify as Syrian first. And so what is America? So for me, that identity, because I grew up not feeling like a minority. And I was always proud American. I didn't talk about my Syrian heritage. I wasn't familiar with it. And then the last decade, it was like, whoa, I kind of whitewashed my history to be the proud American, to fit in. And everyone was like, if you took off your scarf, you'd be just another white girl. It's just, there's a battle. Like, I'm proud American, but it's like, what does American mean right now? With everything that's happening.
As a Muslim who just happens to be black in America, I've never not known this to be my country. Because that's what this country was founded on.
That's my
being able to be who you are, having the freedom to be that and not feel persecuted. And so, yeah, that's how I live my life. And I'm not going to let anybody force me or talk me into thinking differently.
That was nice.
Let's have coffee and continue this conversation.
Oh my God, that was nice. Like, seriously, I have to brush up on that LGBT stuff, because like I did not know that until today. Like, I just seriously need to do my research, but I did not know about that until now, like just now. Share and subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Okay, bye.